So you've signed up to take control of the HR elements of your business. You've got a username and password. Your account has been activated. You now need to log in. So you go to the app.hrcontrol.co.za domain in your web browser. You pop in your username and password. You select the employer option because you're an employer from the user type, and you hit the login button, and then you will see all of the various menu items that are related to you as an employer. The first thing you need to do is go and check that all of the details in your employer profile are correct. So click into that area and then just check through that everything is 100% correct as you filled it out on the system. If it isn't, you can update it by clicking on the Edit Profile link over here, and you can then change the relevant details regarding your personal company information as well as contact details. You can check your package details and update your banking details over there. Once you've checked your profile and made sure everything is correct, the next step, and probably the most important in the process, is setting up your company documents and policies. These are things that your employees are going to see when they log in, and it's important that you set these up before you start setting up any employee profiles, because if your employees get their access and you haven't yet set these things up, they may overlook them. Whereas if they're already there when they log in, they will realize you are serious about this whole process. So you'll see when you click on My Company Specific Documents, if you go in initially, there will be nothing under this, under Show All, and you will need to add your own documents. Now you can add whatever documents you like, but we have actually created some that we think you might be able to use quite easily, particularly relating to policies that you may have. So if we click on Show All, you'll see various different types of templates and documents we have here. If you want to filter them, so for example, you just want to look at templates relating to policies and procedures, you select that and you'll see that we now have these 3 different ones relating to cell phone usage at work, leave, and private work. Now, if you want to use these, which we recommend that you do, what you need to do is download the document, and you will then see that you have a Word document that contains all of this information. The green area at the top here is our instructions to you, and obviously needs to be deleted before you save this. The red areas are where you need to fill in your own details, and remember to change them to black. And then obviously the content of this particular policy, this one relates to use of a cell phone at work, is in black, and that is generally fairly straightforward and generic. If there's anything you want to add into there or take out, this is your opportunity to do so. So you would then delete that information and then save the document. Once you've finished going through all the generic document templates, customizing them for your business, you'll then need to upload them into the My Company Specific Documents over here. Now this will feed through to your employees' logins. They will see this as company policies and procedures when they log in. So I've uploaded these now. So if I go into Show All, you'll see that these are the 3 company policies and procedures that have been customized to the particular company and can be seen. There's no green or red in here in order for the person to see the company's leave policy in this regard. It is very, very important. I cannot stress enough how important it is to do this first before you start setting up employees. Now this is just showing you what your employees will see when they log into their employee logins, and you'll see that they have a My Company Specific Documentation over here, and those same 3 documents are evident there. So it all feeds through, and you can put whatever documents you want into that space. We have supplied you with a few of the templates, but very important to have this information there because it sets the company standard. Once they've got their login and they've activated, they have no leg to stand on in terms of saying that they did not know what the company policy was. But if you haven't put this information into there, then they do have a leg to stand on. So make sure that you've covered yourself and that you've put those policies in there, and you can add to them, because they're things that happen during the working year, situations arise, and you can add and create your own policies to the system, making sure that they're legally compliant. If you're with Legal Assist, send it through to our legal advisors and they will let you know if the policy is applicable and if it's legally binding. So once you've added your company-specific documentation, you can then go and start creating employee profiles, which will automatically send your employees their login details. So you click on the My Employees option and you go to add or create an employee login. There you will fill out all of their details, and once you've finished completing all the details, making sure that all the areas with the little red star in have been filled in, you click the Submit button, and you will then see that the new employee here has been successfully added. And if you go back to your employees now and you go to Show My Employees, you will see that that employee has now been added to your employee section. The employee will also get an SMS at this point, sending them their login details and telling them where to log in. From within the individual employees page, you will see that you have a number of actions that can be undertaken, and we suggest that you go through these and click on them, but I will just go through them briefly here. These 4 elements at the bottom, when you first log in, if you haven't added any of this information, you'll get 4 red crosses like this, and the reason we've highlighted it is because these are critical things that you need to have for each employee. You'll see here that the employment contract has not yet been added, but the ID document as well as the emergency contact and banking details have been added. Now, the emergency contact and banking details are generally added by the employee when they log in, but if they haven't added these for some reason, you'll be able to see and you can then prompt them to do this. You will need to add the employment contract and the ID document. If you want to add any particular documents, the Add Employee document is the way to go. So if, for example, you wanted to add an employment contract, you would name it, attach it, and send it. So you would put the person's name in, what it is, and then you would browse for the document, attach it, and then select the type of document, which in this case would be the employee contract, and you would then submit that. And that will then save that document to that employee's folder, and you will now see that because you've uploaded the employment contract, that red cross has now become a green tick, so you've complied with all of these. Then these other elements, we suggest they're very self-explanatory. Click through them. They will show you details on the employee's history in terms of what you have sent them through the HR control system. One of the many additional useful tools you'll find in HR Control is the ability to send notifications to staff. So you'd click on that link and you will see that you have an option to send a notification. Now, the notification can be sent to anybody that is in your employee database. So you would select the date of the event that the notification is reminding them about. So, for example, if it was for a meeting, you would select the date, the time of the meeting, and the type. So in this case, we're going to say it is just a general meeting. You would type in the content, so that would be what the meeting is about, as well as who the meeting is being held with. And then you would hit the Submit button. You'll see that it has saved the notification, and now you need to choose who you want to send this to. Now, if the employee has an email address and their email address is in their profile, when you hit send, it will send them an email. If they don't and you wish to send it via SMS, you need to check the SMS. So you click on there, choose which employee you would like to send it to, and if you want to send an SMS as an additional reminder, or because the person doesn't have an email address, you then check that box and you push the send reminder option, and it will then tell you that you've successfully sent it. And if you would like to send that same message to someone else, You merely select them from the drop-down list and send the reminder to them as well. And you can continue doing that to all of the staff in your employ if required. Once you've sent that notification, you'll be able to see those notifications in your Show My Notification. And if you go and have a look in here, you'll see that the details for that particular meeting are in there, and you can click in and view further details. You can also see who the notification was sent to. In that case, we sent it to 2 people. You would also have a copy of that notification in the particular employee's own profile. So if you go to My Employees, Show My Employees, and if they were sent a notification, you click on their name, and over here you can view and print a record of SMS messages. So we did choose for that to be sent as an SMS, and you will see that a whole record of all of the SMSs that have been sent to them are stored here, and if you need to, for CCMA purposes, you can generate a PDF report of this entire system that you can then take with you to the CCMA if you had need to do so.